No, I'm just saying, like, I know you always get those hot dogs.
Yeah.
Growing every year, so it's like, even I bet this, like, with BLM provides vegan meals, I feel like there's a lot of, like, I never think, I was doing it for a while, but like, it's really like, it's like, some people are like, and it's, all kinds of protein that are not like animal based.
Good morning, everyone. So we are headed to Mayor Garcetti's house. Biden, the word is that President-elect Joe Biden is considering him to be the head of HUD, which is the, I guess, Home and Urban Development. And this crew has been protesting Mayor Garcetti for over a year now. And so they want to block that appointment. So they're headed to his house. And to show that they don't approve of Mayor Garcetti being in any part of the cabinet. So their goal is to make it known and to have their voices heard that Mayor Garcetti is not considered for anything in the government. So right now, this is about a group of 60 people headed over there, and they just made a social media post that they'll be at his house at 9 a.m. So it should grow to about, I don't know, maybe a lot of people might show up. It's Thanksgiving morning, so we'll see what happens. The walk to Mayor Garcetti's house from where we came from is only a few blocks away. So I'll anticipate we're gonna get there within the next 3-4 minutes. 3 minutes maybe. So I didn't go live when the speakers were speaking because they want us to respect the space that they're meeting up at.
That hat. That's the question.
It was a gift, actually. And so they don't believe in the two-party system. Democratic. What she was saying was that none of them ever, approved of Biden, and so the Democratic sort of world just gave us somebody who did I'm trying to remember what she said. Gave us somebody who did the crime bill. Gave us somebody who really don't care about black lives. And so they don't really, they're not a fan. They're not a huge fan, I guess.
the mayor's mansion, 605 South Urban, every single day. Every single day, we're protesting and protesting. So join us.
Democrats are sweet to the tongue, yet bitter to the belly. Sounds about right. Sounds about right. So right now we are headed to the mayor's mansion. To protest they're protesting the hire of Mayor Garcetti into the Biden cabinet. This group has been protesting him for the past year, and now Biden is considering him for HUD. So they don't want anything. They don't want Garcetti even close to the White House, and so they are keenly aware of Mayor Garcetti and everything how he governed here in Los Angeles, and they don't want him to have any part of the White House or Biden's cabinet. So they're headed to his house to make that known and protest.
That was a holy one too. I'm saying it in the most sacred way. That's the thing.
See someone place something on the ground and run, you would run to the nearest camera and pray they are live streaming at the same exact moment. Huh? So this is a group that plans to do this every single day. We'll see what happens, but they plan to go and protest at Mayor Garcetti's house every single day. for the next few weeks, or until, you know, the whole cabinet is filled. The whole cabinet is filled. So they're looking for longevity. So they're self-policing, because they don't want to be broken up. Is the message that I got. They want to be able to do this peacefully every day for the next few weeks. Some police officers who already blocked the street. So it is now 9:05. We are about a block away from the mayor's mansion. So we are at the mayor's mansion. Joe Biden has considered him for head of HUD, Home and Urban Development. And so they don't want Garcetti to have anything to do with Biden's cabinet or the White House. So they're here to make their voices heard, to protest Mayor Garcetti right in front of his house. take the day off. They plan on being here every day, every single day. Mayor Garcetti of Los Angeles.
As we're kicking off today, we want to make sure that we remind ourselves why we're here and who we're struggling for and who Ed Garcetti has failed. So we're going to ask our sister Tabitha, Dr. Tabitha, to lead us in celebration.
All right, y'all. You know, today is a day of national mourning. And we need to be clear about that. That when we gather and acknowledge our original caretakers whose struggle is active and alive, this is a day of national mourning. So as we mourn and struggle alongside our indigenous siblings whose land has been stolen, we also mourn with the family and power the names of those ancestors in whose honor we struggle, who give us the power to proclaim that we shall all be free. We shall all be free. As we do this, let us call forth the names of those who struggle with us. I begin by calling on the name of our dear brother, Sergio Marsa. Say his name. I call forth the name of our dear brother, Eddie H. Say his name. Ashe. Say that in Kizzy. Ashe. Waukesha Wilson. Ashe. John Horton. Ashe. Queen Nzinga and powers of Sarah name. Ashe. Marsha P. Johnson, say her name. Marsha P. Johnson. Ashe. Baird Rustin, say his name.
Baird Rustin.
Ashe. Fred Hampton.
Fred Hampton.
Ashe. Geronimo Pratt.
Geronimo Pratt.
Ashe. Bunchy Carter. Ashe. John Higgins. Ashe. Larry Aubrey. Ashe. Christopher DeAndre Mitchell. Ashe. And Keisha Michael. Ashe. So as we stand here together in our collective power, let us remember that we are here in a multitude. Our ancestors stand with us as we fight to chant down Babylon. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe.
So we remember that this is also a college colonizer's holiday. This is a colonizer's holiday. We are here for liberation. We are here for decolonization. We are here for the freedom of our people. We are here to acknowledge the indigenous people of this land, that we stand on Tongva land. This is Tongva land. And we say that it has never been ceded to white supremacy. Ashe? Ashe. We uplift our Tongva elders, our Tongva forebearers, our indigenous elders, our indigenous forebearers, and the indigenous people who are still here. Who are still here. And we stand alongside them. We say the name Barbara Drake because she was a Tongva elder who recently passed. We summon her energy into this space, and we're grateful for the stewardship that created this land, that envisioned this land to be a space of peace, to be a space of healing. Represents the opposite. He represents the opposite. He represents liberal white supremacy. He represents the same oppressor that stole this land from its indigenous inhabitants. He represents the same oppressor that stole the lives and labor of African people. And so we're here to say we're chanting his shit down. We're saying fuck Garcetti in that very sacred way, right? Fuck is a curse word. That means it has spiritual energy. So fuck Garcetti. Fuck Garcetti! And block Garcetti too, right? So as we're here, we're saying that we will not allow the kind of white supremacist capital interest that he represents to set national policy for this country. Ashe? So we're not going to be at home eating turkey, cooking turkey this morning. We're doing something that really is about giving thanks to the freedom fighters who walked before us. You heard us as Sister Tabitha pour libations call out names like Biddy Mason, like in the name of Marcus Macapone Higgins. We're here to say we're going to bring some honor to this shit. And we're saying Eric Garcetti ain't going nowhere. I know that sounds bad, right? Because we really want to get rid of him. But Los Angeles is taking one for the nation. We are taking one for the team and saying keep Eric Garcetti's ass right here, because we do not want him setting national policy in the same way that he set policy for housing in Los Angeles that created the largest unhoused community in the world. How the fuck is Joe Biden going to consider the worst mayor in the nation, the worst person to set housing policy as HUD secretary? What's that chant, Nick?
I ain't a fuck boy too.
Garcetti is dirty as mud. Don't choose him for HUD. Garcetti is dirty as mud. Don't pick him for HUD. We gonna chant that after I get off the mic. But the other cabinet post he's being considered for is Secretary of Transportation. Now that shit should make y'all laugh. Like when I think about it, I actually double over in laughter, because the world over, Los Angeles is renowned to have the worst transportation system on the planet. So why the fuck would you pick this mayor to be Secretary of Transportation?
All the tricks.
We want to also uplift how each of these policies are particularly anti-Black. When we talk about housing, when we talk about unhoused communities, we need to remember that the official number citywide is about 40% of unhoused people are Black, when we're only 8 to 9% of the city's population. But when you look at places like Skid Row, you know that it's upwards of 80% of Skid Row residents are Black. That is a racist policy. That's a racist set of policies where Eric Garcetti is choosing to criminalize unhoused people rather than providing housing for them. We say house keys, not handcuffs. House keys, not handcuffs. House keys, not handcuffs. House keys, not handcuffs. We need to remember that it's a racist set of policies that chooses to spend millions and millions and tens of millions and hundreds of millions of dollars on subways to the sea that allow affluent white folks to get through communities where they don't have to see black folks and brown folks and poor folks, where they get to go from one affluent residence to an affluent place of business without seeing us, where it turns Crenshaw, the Crenshaw district, into a museum for the black people who used to live there but have been gentrified out of our neighborhoods, right? That is a racist set of policies. That is a white supremacist set of policies. So everything that he does, he might have a smiling face, but we know that the new form of white supremacy isn't just the violent form that is represented by the outgoing resident of the White House, right? There's also a newer form of white supremacy called liberal white supremacy that will put a smile on their face, that will have one black guest at their Thanksgiving dinner table that'll speak a little bit of fucking Spanish and then talk about how they served in the Peace Corps in Ethiopia, so that means they understand black people. I'm not making this shit up. That's what this motherfucker actually does, right? Better. Liberal white supremacy is not better. Yeah. Liberal white supremacy is not better. Liberal white supremacy is what brings us ever expanding Skid Rows. Liberal white supremacy is what brings us unfunded bus systems because they carry working class black and brown people. Liberal white supremacy is what allows them to murder people like Rashario Mack inside Crenshaw Baldwin Hills Mall because he was having a mental health issue. Liberal white supremacy excuses the murders of 14-year-old boys like Jesse Romero, who wasn't doing shit that other 14-year-old children do, right? And so we need to say fuck liberal white supremacy too. Fuck liberal white supremacy too. Ashe? Y'all remember how Eric Garcetti said, "Oh, we're not listening to you. I trust Charlie." Y'all remember that shit? Y'all remember Charlie Beck saying, "No, I'm gonna serve out my term." Y'all remember that shit? He ain't in that seat no more. We fired Charlie Beck. You remember how Jackie Lacey tried to hang on to her fucking seat so tough that she had her husband pull out a fucking gun on me and two other protesters, and a bunch of us standing on the public sidewalk in front of her Granada Hills home? Y'all remember that shit? Y'all remember how she refused to come out of the Hall of Injustice? She said she didn't have to face her constituents because we might yell at her. Y'all remember that shit? Y'all remember how the police union beat police money? Y'all remember how we were chanting Jackie Lacey must go? Jackie Lacey will go? And now we're saying Jackie Lacey got gone. So as we stand here and say Black Garcetti, and fuck Garcetti too, but Black Garcetti, as we say Black Garcetti, 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 Black Garcetti. We are summoning spiritual energy. We are summoning the energy of all those who we've called upon. We're summoning our collective energy, and we're saying we gonna win, and it's not gonna take 3 fucking years. It's gonna take 3 fucking weeks to make sure Joe Biden knows that Garcetti does not belong in D.C. Ashe? Ashe? Ashe-o.
For her. You know what he definitely shouldn't do? He definitely shouldn't be the Secretary of Transportation. Right? I said he was the worst man in the nation. Don't get ready for transportation. I said he was the worst man in the nation. I said he was the worst man in the nation. I said he was the worst man in the nation. I said he was the worst man in the nation. I said he was the worst man in the nation. I said he was the worst man in the nation. I said he was the worst man in the nation. I said he was the worst man in the nation. And I said he was the worst man in the nation. I said he was the worst man in the nation. so motherfucking annoyed. Even if Eric ain't in that house at all, you know his name was on the phone like, Eric, withdraw your name, drop out. Call Joe today, tell him you're dumb, you can't take it anymore, you're fearless, you can't sleep,
So the mayor of Los Angeles, Mayor Eric Garcetti, is being considered by Biden for head of transportation or HUD. And so this group has been protesting Mayor Garcetti for the last year, and they don't want Mayor Garcetti to have anything to do with Biden's cabinet, so they're outside of his house right here protesting and making it known that they don't want him here.
If you are not wearing a mask, leave. Put the goddamn mask.
So they're asking people who aren't wearing masks, if you're not wearing a mask, to leave.
Everybody, stay over here. Everybody, step back. Come back over here. All we want you to do is put on a mask or leave.
So
I got on a mask. I got on a mask. Put on a mask or leave.
seems to be a lot of police officers showing up. Slagger asked, can you catch me up on the purpose of the civil protest? They're protesting outside of Mayor Garcetti's house to not be, for Biden to not put him in the cabinet. So everybody's asking this guy to put on a mask, and he doesn't want to put one on. This guy over here.
That we're not going to divert our attention to this food.
Thank you, bitch ass. You bitch ass. You bitch ass.
He wants to stand over there and generate his fuckboy energy.